Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil and Vile is the straight to Netflix Ted Bundy film all about Zac Efron, who plays Ted Bundy, who is going to court for the murder of these women. And this also stars Lily Collins as his girlfriend, his longtime girlfriend. Also, you have Jim Parsons in here as a lawyer. So how was this film? This film was a lot different than I thought it was going to be. I didn't think that this was going to focus mainly on the court case. I thought this was going to focus more on Ted Bundy and him actually doing it. And then maybe the last 20 minutes was that. No, this was way different than what I was expecting it to be, and I'm really happy that it was this way because you really get to feel for Ted Bundy. And I gotta say, Zac Efron, it might be too early to call this, but I think that Zac Efron deserves a. No, it's a little too early to call that. I was about to say that he deserves a Academy Award nomination for it. And believe me, he is very good. He is Oscar worthy in this role. But if you're just going to give it to him for that, that's kind of ridiculous. Is he deserving? Yes. But nothing pisses me off more when a film only gets an acting nod and not a screenplay or a costume design, best picture, something like that. Like The Wife. For instance, Glenn Close only got a Best Actress nomination for The Wife, and you saw nothing for that the rest of the award shows besides that. But anyways, you also got Lily Collins here as his girlfriend. Wow, is she good. She gives a ballsy performance here. I have never seen her go really this far with a role. I mean, she gives it her all. And she had a lot to work with this amazing script and great direction from the director. This director knew what he was doing with Ted Bundy, also because he did the Ted Bundy tapes, which went to Netflix also. But the Ted Bundy tapes was a great documentary series about Ted Bundy and those murders. So I think that since he knew that would be well received and well watched, he delved deep. He dove deep into research and other things. He really got deep into Ted Bundy's story and the court case, everything else. And I was not alive back when that happened. It was about a decade before me. But I'm going to say that this is a very good film that was well paced. It is a perfectly paced, perfectly run-timed film with great dialogue, great acting, especially from Zac Efron. And I gotta tell you, Jim Parsons gives a great performance in here for the short amount of time he's in here. He is not just Sheldon Cooper. If you want to see him in two great movie performances that I have seen, I know that he's a big, like, Broadway and stage performance fan, but he was really good in this film, I believe also with Claire Danes, called A Kid Like Jake, where he has a kid with Claire Danes, and the kid is a little bit feminine. He likes Disney princess movies, likes to dress up as a fairy and stuff like that. And it's pretty much him and his wife trying to cope with, pretty much just trying to cope with their son being that way. And then this film. This film, Jim Parsons gives a great performance. The acting is pretty much what makes this movie, but it's also the way it's written. Like I've already said, if it wasn't for the dialogue, the great screenplay writing, and the Zac Efron Oscar-worthy, to me, Oscar-worthy Zac Efron performance, then this film would just be a blah movie. But this film really deserves it. Really deserves it. All the praises I'm giving it. And I do think that this film should and could be a hit film for Netflix. A lot of people are saying that it's not all that good. I don't think that at all. Does it have some weak points? Yeah, but if you can get through that, did this really make you sit there? Even though you know Ted Bundy did it. Even if you know Ted Bundy did it. Ted Bundy did it. You're sitting there and Zac Efron plays this role so well that he makes you think, did he actually do it? And it's all these twists that happen. Did he actually do it? Because I knew the story. And I knew he did it, but just everything was just going around in my mind. I'm like, what this man is saying is true. I don't think... Yes, he did do it. Wow. And after he finally, during his execution, admitted to it, that's what really took me by surprise, that he actually admitted to it after he was found guilty and about to be put to death. And if you're worried about this film being a graphic violence film, no. There's like one shot of somebody being hit and some pictures, but nobody actually getting killed in this film. Like, you don't see anybody being strangled or actually blood and gore and stuff like that. I'm going to give Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil, and Vile an A-. I did enjoy this. I forgive pretty much everything that this film didn't do so well, which wasn't very much. It was more of like the cinematography that had the problem with it, along with some of the lighting, because you had a few shadowy shots that I didn't really care for. But that's just my personal taste. I'm going to give that film Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil, and Vile. Try saying that 4 times fast. An A-.